Hey, all you beautiful people out there, it's Ricky again. Sorry I haven't made any videos in the last couple weeks. I had some health issues going on and I had knee surgery last week, but I'm feeling just so much better now and I wanted to get back into the swing of making videos for you guys. So I'm so excited about the video that I'm doing today because it's about a product line that I'm just very passionate about and I really believe in their company. I'm not being sponsored. I was not paid for this. They don't even know I'm putting this video out there. It is just my opinion. I just really feel that strongly about it. So I'll start at the beginning. I was always an Oil of Olay girl. That was my go-to line for anti-wrinkle, anti-aging throughout my 20s and my 30s. You know, my mom and my grandma had used Oil of Olay, and I was always very happy with their products. But then when my daughter was born and I became a single parent, I found myself in the position where I could no longer afford the Oil of Olay price tag. And I know there's a lot of you out there that completely understand where I'm coming from. So, you know, it's tough because when you watch a lot of the YouTube videos and a lot of the different reviews that are out there, you know, most of them that I've found anyway are for the high-end products. And it's wonderful that, you know, they have this massive variety of things to choose from, but there could be a Makeup Forever product out there that just does wonders and completely changes your face. But the bottom line is, if I can't afford it, it doesn't matter. To me, that product doesn't exist. And, you know, that's where my budget is. I don't have $150 to spend on skincare every month. It's just not going to happen. And with my reviews, I tend to stay always in the medium to low range price tag wise for my products because that's where my budget is. And I want to be realistic. And I needed to realistically find a product that was going to work for me that I could not only afford to get, but that I could continue to afford to get. Because if you make a one-time splurge, what difference is that going to make if, you know, a couple months down the line you have to quit it? So I wanted to find something that, you know, I knew was going to be affordable enough that 6 months down the line I was still going to be able to be using the product. And I also wanted to find something that was going to be good for my face. I have very sensitive skin, so for those of you that, you know, have very reactive skin, I totally feel you. You know, I hear you. It can be very rough when you're trying to find especially facial skin products that don't cause either irritation or excessive dryness or, you know, breakouts if you have them, those types of things. So I was looking for a good moisturizer because I was having problems with my oily spots on my cheeks here and on my forehead are oily but dry. Do you guys have that? Do any of you have that too? Where it's oily and dry at the same time? Anyway, it seemed like every moisturizer that I put on my face just messed up my makeup completely. Like, I could get my makeup flawless if I didn't use the moisturizer, but if I used the moisturizer and then put my makeup on, it looked too heavy or it looked a little bit greasy. Anything that I found that was actually strong enough to moisturize my skin ended up just being too heavy. So I found this company on Amazon and it got rave reviews and I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. So the company that I'm talking about today is Body Merry. It's BODYMERRY. You can find them at bodymerry.com or you can also find them on Amazon, whichever is easier for you. The nice thing about it is that you can join the Body Merry Club for free. You just give them your email address. And then they'll email you anytime that they come out with a new product, and very often they will send you a coupon to get a new product at a discounted price to give it a try. in exchange for, your honest opinion. It is a facial skincare line primarily. They do have some all over body creams. There's one that's anti-cellulite, I believe. You can go to the site and check that out. I don't have every product that they carry, obviously. So I'm just going to take you through the ones that I have and tell you, what I thought and why I use them and why I love them so much. About the line in general, like I said, it is a relatively small company. They don't have a ton of products out there, but they are releasing new ones all the time. They just sent me an email that they have come up with a serum for eyebrows and eyelashes now. So I'm real interested to get that. It's supposed to be coming within the next 2 days, and I'm just so excited to try that, and I will do a review in the future telling you what I thought about that. So I don't have a review on that at this time. I'll go in the order of the way that you would put it on your face. The first thing that I want to talk about with Body Mary is that it is cruelty-free. And that's something that's important to me. And it always did bother me with the Oil of Olay products. And no, I don't have a problem with Oil of Olay. You guys are still great. Your products are wonderful. But it did bother me. And I'm not saying that, anybody has to share my opinion at all. But it was something where I really kind of wanted to go with something that didn't test on animals. So Body Mary is 100% cruelty-free. Their products tend to be rich in hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is going to give you a really deep moisturizing effect. That is, one of the better ingredients for not only moisturizing at the time, but keeping your skin moisturized as time goes on. And it can be derived 2 different ways. It can be derived from animals, or it can be botanical. Body Mary gets all of their hyaluronic acid from plants. So if you're ever looking at other products or whatever and it has hyaluronic acid, if you worry about the cruelty-free aspect, make sure that that product's hyaluronic acid is not animal derived. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is they do not have a cleanser, not a daily cleanser, but they just released this. This is their glycolic acid exfoliating cleanser. I got a bit of a glare here, so I love their packaging. Their packaging is very sleek. It's not overly stylized. You're obviously not, paying for the packaging. And it's always very convenient as far as the dispensing of the product. They tend to favor pumps, which I love. I personally don't like squeezing from a tube or, trying to shake something out of a bottle. So this is 6 full ounces. It contains jojoba beads, MSM, 2.5% glycolic acid, kojic acid, salicylic acid, olive oil, jojoba oil, rosehip oil, and tea tree oil. Okay, so like I said, this is new. I've used this a couple of times, and I am absolutely in love. I'm totally hooked on this product, completely, and I'll tell you why. It is very easy when you are the type that wants to really go over and above and take care of your skin, to become product happy and be like, oh, I've got to get a serum that does this, and I need a mask that does this, and I need this, and I need this, and I need this, and you can really overdo it. That's kind of basic a skincare 101, but just in case you're new and you're looking for a product line to try, really you can go overboard. And when it came to exfoliators, the exfoliators that I liked, and I've used them, like St. Ives and Freeman has some, and like Andalous Natural, I use their lemon sugar scrub. Those are all wonderful exfoliators. And when you put it on, it's very thick and it tends to be real grainy feeling. Like the sugar one, obviously it felt like sugar. Or like with St. Ives, it was the little pieces of, I think it was apricot peel. You know what I'm saying. So those are really good, but they really exfoliate the face. I mean, they really, really deep clean. And you'll see on there that it'll say use 2 to 3 times a week, and you really don't need to use something that harsh all the time. But there's not a lot out there insofar as, kind of a medium scale exfoliator. It's either this, really rough stuff or a regular cleanser. This is amazing because this really is the middle ground, and this is the one that I use almost all the time now. I still use those, other really deep exfoliators, but I use it like once every 2 weeks, sometimes twice, just kind of depending on how my skin is. But that's really all I do. This is to be used 2 or 3 times a week. If you have very oily or acne prone skin, you can use this 4 or 5 times a week. This is supposed to be really good for breakouts and inflammation. I can't really attest to that because I don't have any acne per se. I'm very lucky that way, so I really don't know. I can't tell you that I experienced it because I just don't have acne. But this stuff not only makes my skin feel deep cleaned, it makes it feel like I've put a moisturizer on it. It's amazing because every other exfoliator I ever used, after I used it, my skin felt, nice and brand new, but it felt like it really needed to be moisturized. This doesn't. So it comes on this pump, and I'm just going to pump a little bit on here so that you can see. You can see it's very clear. And it feels like a gel. That's what it feels like. It just feels like a gel with very, very, very fine particles. I mean, the particles are just so small. And, that's the nice thing because you really are deep cleaning your face, but you're not doing it in such a very rough way. It has a very pleasant scent. It's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of sweet and kind of herbal, I guess I would say. It's very pleasant. Again, it's very light and it dissipates really quickly. So this is definitely a winner. Brand new product. Good job, Body Mary. It's, my favorite exfoliator ever. Okay, so the next thing is toner. And this is their Super C22 toner. And this is 4 ounces, 22% vitamin C, organic aloe, witch hazel, and MSM. The other thing that I wanted to mention about their products is that if you look at them, almost all of their products, the #1 ingredient is organic aloe vera. And if you know anything about cosmetics, there is literally nothing better for your skin than aloe vera. It just is. It is phenomenal for just a bunch of things. It's not only good for wrinkles, it's good for inflammation, it's good for dryness, it's good for soothing different types of irritation that you might have. And organic aloe vera is very, very expensive, and it's one of the things that drives your price tag up. The fact that that's their #1 ingredient is amazing. Very often you will see it in other products, but it'll be like the 5th thing listed or the 10th thing listed. It's their primary ingredient, so you know it's a good product. So this is an astringent, but it does not have alcohol, and for my skin that makes all the difference. My skin does not like alcohol. I have some redness here. It's not rosacea per se, but you know, it gets red, and any kind of alcohol product that I put on it, it just made that redness worse. It's the witch hazel in this, and this toner is amazing. When you put it on, you can instantly see, you know, where your pores are evening out. It just gives you such a smooth look to it, and it firms the skin. You can feel a little bit of a tightening, but you know, not in an uncomfortable way. It just feels like your skin is nice and firm but elastic. This has a very citrus smell to it. Again, very pleasant for me. I like the smell of oranges. If you don't like the smell of oranges, again, once you know you've applied this, the smell does go away rather quickly. It's not like you're going to have to worry about wearing a specific perfume or something and having it clash. You're not going to smell like oranges all day. Oh, the one thing that I wanted to say too about this is that I learned with this, it recommends that you use a cotton ball. I don't recommend that. I actually have preferred putting this on a cotton pad. The reason being is that when you tip it onto the cotton ball, a lot of product comes out, just a lot of product. And you know, even if it hasn't soaked all the way through, a lot of that liquid has gone into the center of the cotton ball, and then when you're sweeping it, you're not getting it. So you waste a lot of product that way. If you put it on a cotton pad, you can control exactly where you're putting it, and it gives you much faster application without having to lose, you know, some of the product in the meantime. So love that product. And then we have serum, if you use serum. I use their Age Defense Super 6 serum. And this is 1 full ounce, 22% vitamin C, 2.5% retinol, 20% hyaluronic acid, 2.5% niacinamide, 2.5% CoQ10, and 0.5% astaxanthin. So there you have it. So this probably looks thin if you're not familiar with serums or whatever. Thin, I meant small. It comes like this, and it comes, you know, with a dropper. So it is a little bit messy. I'm just going to put 1 drop on my skin here so that you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, so there you have it. And it's very, very thin. Very thin. And it's easy to apply, but you need to spread it because it does absorb quickly. It starts sinking into the skin, you know, almost immediately. It has a nice citrus smell as well. Now, some people have an issue with the fact that it does turn your face a little bit orange. I will say that. And if you're planning to go with a non-makeup look, if you're not planning to wear foundation afterwards, I would really recommend that you only use it at night. You know, or just skip it that morning if you're going for more of a natural look and you're not going to be putting foundation on, because it does turn your face a little bit orange. You know, the orangeness goes away. It's not like when I put it on at night and I wake up in the morning, I have orange all over my face in the morning. That's not the case. But it does turn your face orange for, you know, a short amount of time. Once it's absorbed into the skin, it goes away. I have not had a problem with it under makeup at all. I haven't had any issue with orangeness showing up or, it reacting to it at all. But I could see where, maybe if you're wanting to use it and then literally be out of the house, maybe that's not a good idea. So, this stuff is just astounding. It does feel tacky shortly after you've put on as it's drying. It has a similar firming feeling to the toner. But this really makes your face look smooth. It just makes the texture of your skin look completely, the same throughout. But the most amazing thing is how well this actually works. Now, I love my fiance, Chris, but he is not the most observant person on the planet. And I know there's lots of you out there with significant others or domestic partners or, husbands, wives, whatever, that, if you got a new pair of shoes and you were wearing them, you'd kind of have to point out that you had new shoes. Yeah, kind of like that. So about 2 weeks after I started using this, we're in the car going to the mall one afternoon, and he looks at me and he said, "Wow, your skin looks amazing. What did you put on it?" And it was like, ding, ding, ding. It's really great when a product makes you feel good about yourself and, when you feel it's working. But when someone else can see the results, that's so much better, because let's face it, the whole point of makeup really isn't for us to look in the mirror. It's our presentation to everyone else. It can make us feel good about ourselves, but the whole point to make wanting everything look seamless is because that's how we're presenting ourselves to everyone else. So when everyone else is noticing a significant change, man, that's when I'm completely sold on a product, and this is it. My age spots, my hyperpigmentation, the redness that I experience in my cheeks were greatly diminished in just 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Unbelievable. I've now been using these products for about 2 months, and I would say 50%. 50% of that darkness and hyperpigmentation in my age spots is gone. I'm definitely seeing a reduction in wrinkles. Am I looking for a holy grail? No. Nothing is going to get rid of the wrinkles. I'm getting older, and I will learn to love my wrinkles. That's just the way that life is. Let's face it, a cream or a serum is not miraculously going to make you look like you were when you were 18. So suck it up and face the facts, But this stuff, it really does make a difference. So I love the serum. I really love it. Again, a little bit goes a long way. It's about 4 drops for my face and then 2 drops for my neck. So the next thing that we have is, if I've used the serum, I follow it with the Super C22 moisturizer. If you're like me, you look at the size of this and you're like, oh my God, I paid what for that? Just very little goes a long way. It really does. Again, I've been using this for 2 months, twice a day for 2 months, and there's still a lot of product in here. So most of the products are around $18. I would say that's the average price, is $18. So when you figure that these products are lasting way upwards of 2 months, that's a really good deal. And like I said, I can feel that probably half of this is still full. I do wish that there was a little bit of a way to gauge how much product was left in the container, because it does leave you kind of guessing with, oh, am I getting low? That's the only critique I would say is, at least with the bottle, you can, look and see where your line is or whatever. But in these tubes, it does make it kind of difficult to determine how much is left. So anyway, this comes with this really neat pump. Again, I love their pumps. It's so convenient. Their containers feel just so good to hold in your hand. This is 1.7 ounces, 22% vitamin C, 20% hyaluronic acid, 2.5% niacinamide, and 2.5% CoQ10. Okay, so literally just one pump down is all you need. Now, I didn't do a full pump down, but that's all you need to do your face and your neck. I'm not kidding. It doesn't look like much, but this really, a lot goes, a little goes a long way. So you can see this is kind of yellow tinted, and it's very thin. It's very, very thin, which might be kind of shocking. I know I'm used to, at least if they talk about it being a really good moisturizer, it tends to be thicker and more like a cream. This is very fluid. It has a wonderful bright citrus smell to it that again goes away. I love this because it's just so convenient to pop in my purse, and then I can just add a little bit more throughout the day if I feel like I need it. It's just such a convenient container. I love that. But the thing that I absolutely love about this is that of all of their products, this is my favorite. Their moisturizer, there is no other moisturizer like this. Even though it's really thin, and when you're putting it on, you're kind of like, really? Especially after I've used the serum, this just melts. It melts into your skin, and it makes your skin feel like it's velvet smooth. It's unbelievable, the combination of the two. It's almost like the serum gets your skin ready to drink this stuff up. And it is surprising how fast this stuff absorbs. I mean, it is like that. It just absorbs right away. And when I first was using it, I was like, it's gone already. You know, I kind of was used to that sensation of having quite a bit of product on my fingers and rubbing it around, getting it to absorb by doing this. This absorbed so fast, I was like, oh, do I need to use more? No, you don't. Really, that's all you need, and it does its job. It's just anything that I have left over, I spread all over my hands because it's just such a wonderful moisturizer. Please give it a try. So if you're afraid of the orange, what I do is I will use this. This is their Retinol Surge Moisturizer. Now, this is a nice, inexpensive way of, you know, if you don't want to spend the money on a serum for retinol and a moisturizer separately, you can buy this, and it's the retinol and moisturizer put together. Obviously, the serums have other things too, but, you know, what I will do is if I'm going for, you know, kind of a no makeup look, or I'm going out the door with no makeup on at all, instead of using the serum that morning, I will use this instead. I will cleanse and tone my face, and then I'll just use this. So, you know, again, all of these are around $18. Another good point price-wise, if you're really looking to save cash, is that this is 3.4 ounces, where this is 1.7. So you're literally getting double the amount of product in this one. It is 2.5% retinol, hyaluronic acid, vitamins E and B5, and green tea. So again, really convenient pump. One pump is all you need. Again, I didn't put a full pump because I would just be wasting it. But so you can see this one's white. It does have a bit of a white cast to it, but when it evaporates, that white cast goes completely away. This one is creamier. It's not quite as liquid as the vitamin C moisturizer. It doesn't have a smell at all to it. The one thing that I will say about it is that it does take longer to absorb into the skin than the vitamin C one. So generally I'll put it on and then I'll wait 5 or 10 minutes to put my makeup on. But I don't have any issues with that one under makeup. So again, you know, it just depends. My personal preference is to go with these just because the results are, you know, just outstanding. But, you know, it is an option for you to be able to get the retinol and just buy this. And, you know, at $18 for 3.4 ounces, that's a phenomenal deal because this is going to last you a long time. So the final product that I want to talk about is their eye cream. And they have a couple different eye products. This is just the one that I use. It is their Age Defense eye cream. And this is 1 ounce. It has Matrixyl 3000, Tripeptide 5, sea fennel wax, botanical hyaluronic acid, and pure plant oils. So, again, with the really convenient little pump, this stuff, a full pump is way too much. You literally, I know this looks like really super small, but oh my gosh, guys, really, this is all you need. If I put a whole pump down, it's too much. That is literally what you need. I'm not kidding. So it's white and it's super fluid. It has a nice creamy texture. And what I do is I tap it like this, and then I go underneath my eyes, making sure that I get the skin underneath my eyelashes really well. You know, that's where we tug and pull with mascara and eyeliners and, you know, all the fun things that we do. And then anything that I have left, I kind of do like a windshield wiper. Anything I have left, then I go up onto my eyelids and up here. And it's amazing if you get the skin up here, how different your eyeshadow application becomes. And I know you're going to be like me and you're going to be like, my eyelids are fine. I don't have any problems with eye makeup, or trust me, try it. Just, you know, extend it up into here. You really will notice the difference. And this has a very nice licorice smell to it. It's kind of licorice slash herbal, I guess I would call it. Very light scent, but very pleasant. So that is the Body Mary products that I use anyway on a regular basis. I really hope you'll, you know, check these guys out and let me know if you do. Please let me know and leave a comment below that, you know, you tried it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Is there something else that you really like that you think that I should try? I would really love to know. Otherwise, you know, I hope you liked the video. If so, please hit like and hit subscribe. And until the next video, take care of yourself and remember, always stay beautiful on the inside. Bye.